We'd have to go back to the year 2015. It was a defining year for Lloyiso. He was on Idols, made the top 10, got as high as the top 5, but he didn't win it. But as he's just proven, you don't need to win the damn competition to prove that you're actually really good. Fast forward 7 years, it is 2022. He's got one of the biggest singles in the country at the moment with Speak. I am so happy to have him in the studio. He just shows that you keep working, you keep persevering, and what you want to happen with your career is going to get there. Ladies and gentlemen, Lloyiso is live on the 947 Top 40!
Yo. Did you guys listen to that intro?
Did you hear it? That is the wonderful producer Liam, by the way.
What?
Yeah.
Liam, you deserve a Ooh, Shem.
Ooh, Shem! You finally got it.
I really appreciate that. It reminds me of where I come from and where I started, man.
Yeah.
Like, it actually reminds me of why I'm doing what I'm doing. And it's so crazy that I'm here and at one point I was there.
Exactly.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be joining you, Zweli.
Nah,
this is beautiful.
Mate, we're really happy to have you here live at our studios at Monte Casino. And I've got to ask, because you're speaking now, you say that the intro, it took you back to then and now. And for a lot of people, the trajectory started in 2015 on Idols. But I'm pretty sure for you, it feels like, no, I've been doing this way before. It just that happened that was the moment where people were like, oh, this is you. So when did it really all start?
Man, I've always loved music, and my family's always been really into music. I mean, my sister used to have a CD.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know this group, Adila.
I do.
Dude,
From
let's
Pop
go,
Stars.
Coca-Cola says Figile, says Figile. Dude, I used to listen to that CD over and over and over again. And I used to sing it just the way they sang it. I used to watch Dreamgirls. I used to be so into music. And then at one point, my cousin at church was like, okay, guys, I'm sick. She wasn't really sick, by the way. She's like, I'm sick. She was supposed to sing a solo.
Yeah.
And then she said, I'm sick. Can my cousin sing the solo? And then, I'm going to tell you what happened.
You tell us what happened.
I took the mic. It was a youth day something. And then I took the mic and then I started singing. I remember the song. Sesiyakona ezulwini, Sesiyakona ezulwini, apho kukhona umsindisi wethu sifela. And then the whole church was on their knees. Man, it was the most beautiful moment of my life, and that's when I realized that this is so much bigger than me. The fact that I can make people feel that way and go on their knees and shift the whole program into just out of that energy transfer, that was the most beautiful thing ever.
Yeah, I was saying to my producer a bit early on, and I was like, Lloyiso, your music is so... It invokes so many emotions, and half the time I want to cry. Now you're singing, I'm like, this guy can't do this now. I'm doing a show. I can't cry. You know what I mean? And just that raw emotion that comes through within your songwriting, within your composing, and just everything that gets into a record of yours. Where does that come from? I know you're an artist, and yes, you've got to invoke all of those emotions, but I feel like with you, it's more than just singing a lyric at the end of the day.
Yeah, it is more than just singing a lyric, because I don't know. I always ask myself, why am I able to do this? Because not a lot of people can, and it's like, I think about it, but then it all boils down to the purpose in life and like the things that I go through, and if I can go through that and I can translate that into a medium that everybody understands and everybody can feel and feel like, okay, I'm not alone. Then that's the purpose in life. That's my purpose in life. And I don't know what the process is, man. I just get into a space where I'm like, okay, this is what I'm feeling, and I'm going to put it down. And whether everybody else feels the same, it doesn't really matter at that point, because it's about me. But then I sit back and I listen to it, and everybody hears it, I realize that it's not about me, it's about everybody else.
And do you feel like you almost, because I know it's almost like you're saying you're in a zone at a stage, you know, when you're in that moment of performing, of writing, of really recording, and you're just in a zone. Do you find that because you're in that zone, sometimes after the moment happens, you're like, wait a minute, did that just happen? Because even in the intro, Lloyiso was literally saying off air, and he's like, wait, did I say that? And it's like, yes, you did say that. You once said it in an interview. So do you get into those moments?
I think it's spiritual, man.
Yeah.
Like once you get into a spirit, I want to make an example, but I think it's inappropriate.
It's 12 p.m. on 9:47.
It's
Let's
12
not do anything inappropriate, please.
It's sort of like a spiritual moment
Yeah.
where you get so amped up. It's like you have this energy, and then once it's released, you look back and you're like, oh, okay, that happened.
Yeah. Okay, look, Lloyiso's dropping a lot of, quotes right now. There's a lot of quotables. We're gonna get to the fun side of him in the next couple of minutes and also find out where that single Speak is charting on the 947 Top 40 powered by CTM. Hey, get in touch. We're seeing the tweets already come through. Get a WhatsApp voice note in. Give us a question. What do you want to ask Lloyiso? And he's already sung for you, so we can't ask him to sing again. 066 3818 That's our WhatsApp hotline. We get back into your hits right now. And you're like, it's a really good song. You listen to it, then you're like, this is really good. What are you listening to, actually? You know what I mean? Because I guess as an artist, you listen to everything because you want to get different elements and you learn different things from each genre you listen to. But what is on your playlist right now?
What am I listening to? I'm listening to a lot of Kanye.
Okay. The latest Kanye, or like throwback
the song, he dropped the song, no hard feelings, but the feelings harder.
Yeah.
No hard feelings, but the feelings harder. I'm vibing with Kanye so much right now.
Yeah.
I'm listening to this other artist that I found on TikTok. His name is Renau. I wanna build a house so high on the east side of town. I wanna see the sun shining on my face every morning. I'm listening to a song called Mean by Madeline something.
Okay.
I don't know if you have that in your charts.
No.
I think you should have it in your charts.
We don't have any Madeline on the charts, unfortunately,
Bro,
right
come on,
now.
dude.
Do you know who we do have on the chart, though?
Lloyiso.
It's you!
Popular singer, songwriter, and
I love
producer.
that.
Put that on the CV.
By now you know his name. His name is Lloyiso. Lloyiso.
I want everyone, every single person in the whole entire universe, in the whole entire galaxy to hear my voice because I know what it does to people and I know that it makes people happy.
I'm taking my heart. It's all I have. I'm more than enough.
The song still hits. Is like,
I'm dying. No matter how many times I might want to quit, it just keeps on ringing in my head.
Speak, let all the curtains fall down. Speak.
He is still in the studio. It is Lloyiso. He is on the chart. We're going to find out exactly where it is that he charts. And hey, I spoke about idols a little bit earlier on, and there's quite a couple of questions that are coming in about the bounce back, after idols and how you were able to do it. Let's quickly head on to this voice note. Check this out. I think this is from Lima. That's the thing. You retreat after that. You're like, well, it's not meant for me.
bro, I was angry. I was like, why would they eliminate the best singer in this competition? Drop the mic, go.
All right, thank you very much. That was Lloyiso on 947. We will have him now. I'm kidding.
No, honestly, it was. I was relieved because it was so much pressure for a 16-year-old me.
Yeah.
I did not know what and how to navigate myself, but I learned a lot from it, and I was happy that I got so far in the competition, and I knew what I wanted to be, and I knew where I was going.
Yeah.
So my goal and my vision was always Lloyiso, global superstar. And that's where I'm going and that's where I'm headed.
How difficult is it to, stay true to yourself and know that this is where I'm headed? This is the style of music that I do. Because then managers get involved, record labels get involved. Then they're like, Lloyiso, we need a Taylor Swift sounding song. So be a pop musician, you know what I mean? How difficult was that transition? Because you were still very young after Idols, you know what I mean? Was that easy, to be like, I'm putting my foot down and this is who Lloyiso actually is?
No, it was not easy at all.
Yeah.
Because everybody wants you to jump on the next big thing. Everybody wants you to do what is popping at the moment.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I stayed so true to myself, because that's one thing I'm very proud of, is that I always did what I wanted to do. And sometimes I did fall into that pressure.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it was a learning curve for me, because now it made me realize more what I want and what I want to be. But all in all, it was always that voice in my head that tells me that to be the best, you can't do what everybody else is doing.
There we go. There we go. And you know what? Lloyiso's wearing his shades in here. The stars are so bright in studio that I'm also going to chuck on my shades over here so that,
Amazing.
we can be on the same level, because we need to talk about, you said, you want to be a global star.
Superstar.
A couple of weeks ago, hello, Victoria Beckham, David Beckham, Brooklyn Beckham, their son, is like, I'm getting married, and there's all these artists in the world, but this is the guy that I need over there. How did all of that come about, by the way?
Yo, man, it was...
Tell us the truth.
So basically, my A&R manager was going to the wedding.
Yeah.
From Republic Records, and then and then they asked. They were like, "Well, who in your repertoire of artists would be perfect for this?" And then they were like, "Check out Lloyiso."
Damn.
And then I get a DM. They're like, "Hey, heard your music. We were so obsessed with your voice."
But they're saying it also in that tone. I heard your music, and I'm just asking.
I'm just saying it because I'm like, I don't know how to explain this story, because it was like such a surprise and a shock to me when I heard it. And then I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do with myself. But I didn't believe it. I didn't believe it until I was there.
Sure.
When I was there, I stood on that stage. I looked in the audience. I saw Serena Williams.
Oh, please don't.
I saw Venus Williams, and then I looked to the right. I saw David Beckham.
David.
What's his wife's name again?
This is very embarrassing. It is the Victoria Beckham.
Victoria
Posh
Beckham.
Spice.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you very
Oh my
much.
God.
These kids from the 2000s.
Dude, they were giving me dead stares, and I'm like, yo. This guy from South Africa now is with the A-listers.
Yeah.
And then I stood there. I did my thing. And while they were dancing, it was the first dance. And then while they were dancing, they looked at me. And I was like, wow, I'm the star of the moment right now. And when they were looking at me, everybody else was looking at me.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, this is the moment.
This is it.
This is the moment.
This is it.
And then after that, I just got hella drunk. Because,
I am done with Lloyiso right now. I am done.
But it was beautiful. It was so beautiful. It was gorgeous.
Yeah, look, gonna throw some quick fire ones at you. We're running out of time. So much to talk about. We need to do this at an extended length, I guess, another day. But very quick ones. DJ Zinhle, you worked with her. I have got Lindsay on Twitter, on WhatsApp, who just wants to know, how was it working with such an experienced artist, with just so much behind her career?
It was so easy, and it was so simple, because Sissy has this humility thing about her.
Yeah.
And when I sent her the demo, guys, if I have to play you the demo does not sound
really
close to that.
Yeah.
To what the finished product was.
Yeah.
She's a visionary, because I sent it and then she was like, hit.
Sure.
Hit instantly.
Let's
she
release.
called me, she was like, send me the files, let's go. I sent her the files, she dropped it. And even in the promo process, she was including me in everything she was doing.
Wow, yeah.
She was trying to put me out there, and that's what I appreciate about her. I love you, Sissy, if you're listening. I love you.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, look, let's quickly, I'm going to check out some voice notes over here before we wrap everything up. These are always the questions that artists hate. When is he going to do a collab with Elaine? When it happens.
Yeah, when it happens, literally. When the world brings us together, when the universe brings us together.
All right, let's check out another one.
You just need to know that I was sitting in my room quarantining
Okay.
because I thought I had COVID. I don't know if I did, but I thought I had COVID. And I was like, I was feeling so low.
Yeah.
And I just hated myself. I hated how I let people take advantage of my vulnerability. Then I wrote Seasons, which talks about me taking my heart and being able to love myself.
Yeah. All right, so last one over here. I mean, Speak. It is on the chart. It has been charting now for, I think, close to 2 months, and it's been climbing officially into the top 20 for the last 2 weeks. What did you want people to hear from that song? What did you want them to get from Speak when you first penned it down?
One line, one sentence. Do not stay in situations you feel like you're a burden in.
Yo,
That's it.
that's why I'm gonna have to wrap this interview up, because I think you're also speaking to me right now, at the
Yeah.
very least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, where are we catching you? When are you performing? I think everyone needs to hear you live. So where do we find you? Socials, everything. Where can people get you?
I'm planning a tour. And hopefully really, really soon, in like the next few months.
Yeah.
So you can catch me on Instagram, connect with me. It's LLOYSO, Lloyiso_SA. On Twitter, it's Lloyiso_SA. On Facebook, it's Lloyiso_SA.
Aha.
Remember, double L, not one L.
Okay. Double R every time you're spelling the Lloyiso.
I appreciate that.
What a pleasure having you on the show, my man. Really, really appreciate it. Just from our side, love your work. Continue doing it. Continue standing your ground, speaking your truth at the end of the day, because, hey, this is you. You know what I mean? Like, no one else is going to make who it is that you are. It's just about you and staying true to who you are at the end of the day. And that's what the greats are made of, right?
Thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much for having me. I just want to give a big shout out
Okay, we don't do last shout outs, but
to
you're
my
here now.
PR manager for hooking interviews up for me.
Is it because she's sitting in the
She's
studio?
sitting in the studio and she's being up fetching me at 5 o'clock in the morning to get to interviews, and I appreciate you, Rashika.
Yeah.
You were amazing.
Shout out to Raj. Shout out to Raj. All right, that's where we're going to wrap it up. It's Lloyiso on the 947 Top 40 powered by CTM. Quick one answer. Where do you think you're charting this week?
I think 15 or 14.
15 or 14?
Yes.
You're right.